Good morning. For those of you who mentioned that you never actually see me doing anything, I thought today I'd just run you through the strip down and rebuild of one of the doors on the XJ40. I'll show you what tools I need and we'll get going. Right, here we are. This is the door as was. Tools that we need is some sort of scraper thing to take off any rubbers, seals, etc. Phillips screwdriver, flat screwdriver, T30 Torx head, 10mm socket, and those are all the tools that you need. I've already taken out the plastic clips, which you don't need to see. You just have to prise those out with a flat screwdriver carefully without breaking them. And I took out the little clips for the top panel retention screws. Without further ado, I'll get to it. Okay, here we go. I've got a little pot here with some black soil diluted down with some WD-40 just to chuck all the nuts and bolts in. So first thing to do is just take all the nuts and bolts out. We'll start here. There's a certain procedure that you need to follow to get these things to pieces in the easiest way, and this is the way I've found doing it. The little rubbers on the front and back of the door window surrounds are available new. I need to replace them, which I have done. But there's quite a bit of work involved. The actual strip down and rebuild happens quite quickly. It's the cleaning and lubricating of all the bits and pieces. The middle section of the operation tends to take time, but you're not causing any issues by taking out all the nuts and bolts to start with. Just basically loosening everything off.
Quietness, an unmistakable hallmark of nurturing quality.
Okay, that's all the nuts and bolts out. I'm going to start taking a few little bits and pieces off, like the door lock, the door opener. I'm going to go from there. Reusing bits of tape just to try and keep the originality. You could always put a bit of gaffer tape over if you wanted to, but I like to try to keep the original pieces. I'll just get a quick look at the floor. Just clean up a little bit and use a bit of needle stick spray glue. Stick it back on. Okay. There's a little clip over there. Door handle. Chuck that in there as well.
Quietness, an unmistakable hallmark of nurturing quality. At Jaguar, created at the same time as you create the rest of the car. An engineering objective, not an afterthought. With a sleek, aerodynamic shape, engineered to counter wind noise.
So, next thing is the motor to come off. And because we've released this mechanism, we can just slide it off the runners. And all that's left now is the frame. Just leave the glass in situ, same with the back doors. And that space here. Comes out as a single piece. It took me a while to figure that out. I was messing around at first trying to take the glass out, but I realised quite quickly that the best way of getting them out is to leave the glass in. And then the last thing to come out is the lock. And there we are. One stripped down door shell. Now we need to take all these pieces over to the bench, give them a good clean up, and then we'll start putting it back together. Right, here we are with all the parts on the bench, ready to clean. We've got a bucket of hot soapy water. We've got our Fast Cut Plus, Extra Fine Plus, some white spirits for the glass, some WD-40, and a few cloths and sponges. So I'm not going to show you this process, we'll just get this done and I'll come back to you when we're finished. Right, here we are, everything cleaned up now, ready to put back together. Rubbers are all cleaned, stainless steel work polished up, the door latch, motor, etc. Had a slight problem with the old door latch. Started cleaning it up and I noticed that this was the actual catch, plastic catch mechanism was broken. So fortunately I had a donor from another vehicle that isn't broken. So I had to swap the actuator for the central locking and the micro switch, this one, because the later versions of the XJ40s changed the plugs. This was the old type, and this was the new type, but it's quite handy because the door actuator on the central locking on Frankie back in Jib is a bit faulty, so I'll take that one back and hopefully that will fix that problem at the same time. So there you go. I'll put the camera on when I start rebuilding the door so you can see how it goes back together. It's basically a question of fiddling it all about and twisting nuts, which is why I don't normally do this sort of thing, but just on this occasion I'll do it. Right, the rebuild process is about to commence.
Created at the same time as you create the rest of the car. An engineering objective, not an afterthought. With a sleek, aerodynamic shape, engineered to counter wind noise. With body panels individually tuned to silence. And with precision mechanical engineering, a watchmaker will appreciate. And because nothing is ever left to chance, you monitor everyone else's efforts by just listening. You run ongoing tests in scientific laboratories to trace and eliminate the source of the slightest noise, so that nothing will disturb the peaceful enjoyment of Jaguar motoring.
Car speed is 30 kph. That's certainly better, isn't it? It's slightly better at the top end, isn't it? This big 2.2 is still a bit of a problem, though, isn't it? 1.33 is certainly better.
Yeah, I think you're getting there now.
And to go with the new car, you create a new suspension. You go for a radical new design. Because in a lighter car, conventional systems just aren't good enough. And you test your design on rigs that are just as clever and as carefully engineered as the suspension itself. To see how the system works on the road, you devise a test vehicle that's all engine and suspension and not much else. To refine it to the state where it'll do justice to the standards of ride and handling you want, you use some of the most advanced technology available, reproducing in controlled laboratory conditions every pitch and bounce of a recorded road surface. But to really perfect the suspension system, to marry the conflicting demands of a luxury car ride with the sure-footed agility of a sporting thoroughbred, you need special suspension development tracks and engineers who know the qualities they're looking for when they drive. Above all, you need plenty of time, plenty of room, and plenty of nerve. The new Jaguar Sovereign, an unforgettable driving experience. Precise, heart-assisted steering, unequaled limousine ride and comfort, and cat-like handling. A legendary suspension that releases all the latent performance qualities of the car's sporting pedigree. To match the exhilarating performance of an exciting car, you devise a braking system to stop it quickly. To make sure you can stop it slowly, you prove the system's fade-free durability by coasting at 30 miles an hour in neutral down the longest downhill road in Europe.
Right, that's pretty much it. I've got to put the wiring loom in and then the door cards on, which just clip on and screw on, so very straightforward. So that's it.